Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Aged Care, and I refer to his previous answer. The Minister justified Labor's delay in delivering the 83,000 home care packages it promised by implying it was the sector, as well as elderly Australians, who, when consulted, were asking for this delay. Can the Minister identify a single provider or a single elderly Australian desperately waiting for a package who personally asked him for this delay?
Call to the Minister for Aged Care and the Minister for Seniors.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I thank the member for her question. When I became the Minister just a few months ago, the first thing that I did, the first focus that I had, was to go around to speak to as many older people, to their families, to their communities, to speak to people across the sector, to providers, to speak to workers and their representatives. And the overwhelming response that I got from all of those groups was that they needed a brief deferral of the implementation of the new Aged Care Act to ensure that the implementation would be smooth and would meet the needs of older Australians. As I have previously referred to, the Support at Home program relies upon the legislative framework that the new Act heralds, and from the 1st of November, we will be able to deliver more care to more people as we achieve the next milestone.
Order. The Minister will pause and the member for Mallee will raise a point of order.
Yes, the point of order is relevance. The question was to ask for a single provider or a single elderly Australian who asked for the delay.
The Minister can answer the question as long as it's being directly relevant, and there were specifics in the question. I'm just going to make sure he's being directly relevant for the remaining 2 minutes of his answer, and given the subject matter, he is being directly relevant at the moment.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. As I was saying, I spoke to as many older people, their families. I spoke to providers and people across the sector. I spoke to workers and their representatives.
Order.
And the overwhelming response, which is reflected in the public commentary from many across the sector, was that they needed a brief deferral of the new Act. That is what we have done to ensure that older people across our community continue to receive the very best care. And from the 1st of November, we will have the next milestone in our transformation of Australia's aged care system. Yeah.